Hey, it's Christian Webb doing a video for you. It's actually my first video of the year, I believe. Yeah, it is my first video of the year. This video will be relatively fast, and I just want to talk about relationships between clients and professionals that they hire, and also the relationship between professionals and their clients that they take on. There are three phases of communication. I'm just jumping right into it. It's all about communication, and I want to discuss three phases of communication when it comes to those relationships. And this is for actors and photographers, actors, also the makeup artist that's involved with photography, stylist, hairstylist, what have you, wardrobe people, agents, managers. Anytime there's a relationship between a professional and a client, that's what this is applicable to. So let's get right into it. Three phases of communication. The first one will be your initial contact. When I typically get hired, my first point of contact is somebody sending me an email or a message or a phone call looking for headshots. That first point of contact is where we start to build a relationship. You can tell from the emails back and forth with a phone call what we're looking for. Some actors are very descriptive in their emails to me, and they tell me, hey, I need this, I need that. I recently did this, I did that. My agent wants this. I have a certain look. I just cut my hair. And it's very, very, very detailed. This is good. This is the first point where before you actually hire the person and pay them, you discuss what it is you want, what you need, what you're expecting. And this is not just for the actual photography and the looks and such, but it's also the amount of photos you're going to receive, the details regarding those services. Sometimes it's listed on a photographer's website. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes you need more clarification on that. But get the clarification and talk and discuss it. That's your first point of contact. That right there will set the tone for everything else going forward. Second point of communication, second phase of communication is during your shoot. If during your shoot you're getting a headshot, and I'm using this, obviously this applies again to multiple genres of photography, anything where there's a photographer who's been hired by a client. During the actual shoot, you'll often see photographers showing the back of the camera to the client, showing them what the photos look like, how they're coming out, or your shot tethered to an actual computer monitor where you can see it. This is the point for you as an actor, especially early in the session, to start looking at things and communicate right away whether or not you're happy or not happy. Or I shouldn't say happy or not happy, but if you see things you want different, or maybe there's something you're looking at, maybe your hair, you don't like something, or maybe you're not happy the way it's either landscape or portrait orientation, or you prefer more of a straight on shot than an angle of a shot. So communicate these things right away with your photographer. That's a relationship there that's only going to benefit you later on. Same thing with your makeup. Your makeup artist is spending time and is a professional doing their job with your makeup. Take the time when you leave the makeup chair to look yourself over. If there's something you don't like, if you feel something should change or be adjusted or modified or taken down a little bit or added up, amped up a little bit, go ahead and talk to your makeup artist. Don't wait till after the shoot to find flaw in your makeup. Talk to the makeup artist. The professionals that work, real professionals that work in our business are, if they're worth their weight, they're going to communicate and they're going to want to satisfy your needs. That's their job, is to deliver quality product to you. They're not against you, and they're not going to deny you, the changes and things that you're seeing. Give them a break, but communicate with them. Third phase of communication is going to be post-shoot. So typically for me as a headshot photographer, when I'm done with the shoot, I send the proofs to my clients. The clients get the proofs, they look them over. 9 out of 10 times they'll send back an email that I usually ask them, they received the proofs, they got them. And a lot of times they'll send back an email where it's, oh my God, I love the photos, or, oh my God, there's so many to choose from, or I'm not sure, can you help me pick? That point of communication right there is very critical, and it's actually the inspiration for this video. I had a situation recently that could have been construed as a negative situation, but I'd rather turn it into a positive learning experience and share with you my thoughts on it, because I think it's important overall, and it will help other actors, other photographers, and people in the industry. And this one phase of communication is really important. That's that last phase. If you get your proofs, and for whatever reason, you can't stand the photos. I mean, you hate them. You're just not happy. You're feeling there's nothing workable there for you, and you're just not liking it for whatever reason. Talk to your photographer. Make that phone call. Have the email exchange. Talk and discuss it. reasonable photographer is going to walk you through it and discuss it with you, but at the same point, it's going to offer you a reshoot almost immediately. I know for me personally, I take the business serious, and I also have a dedication to actors. So I understand what it means to get a headshot. And I also know what it means for someone to spend $300, $400, $700 on a headshot or more. So my job is I got to make sure you're satisfied. So I'm always going to offer a reshoot and say, listen, if you're that upset and miserable, like, just come back in and we'll shoot again. That's not a problem. Most photographers will do that, but you need to communicate early on that you're not happy with something. So this goes for, I'm wrapping up now. This goes for agents and managers as well. Before you sign to an agency, before you sign with a manager, find out what their roster's like, find out how they're going to manage you, and as an agent, what they're going to do for you, what they offer, what your expectations are of them. You should communicate that, and they should communicate their expectations of you as their client. The communication is so critical in this industry for everyone to be happy and for everyone to ultimately succeed. So again, communication, that's where it all starts. Certain situations can be avoided, and people can all sort of go about their business and be happy, and we can all be satisfied if we all communicate the right way with each other. Clients, communicate with your photographer, communicate with your makeup artist, communicate with your agent, with your manager, whoever who's involved in your career. Professionals, communicate with your clients, get to know them, understand what they want, make sure you take the time. If they're not explaining to you their expectations, make sure you ask so that you know what to give them. All right, there's a lot of personalities involved here, and there's a lot of expectations, and people are sometimes going all over the place, but I think ultimately we all want the same thing. We all want to be dope, and we all want to see success. So with that said, I wish everyone a whole lot of love, and I try to take a situation and turn it into a positive and a learning experience. So we've got lessons learned here, people. This is also stuff that I teach, and I'll be talking about at my workshop in Atlanta. I'm doing a workshop March 2nd. For actors only. I'm working with Insight Actors Studio of Atlanta, and we're going to be talking about headshots for the whole night. So it's like 3 hours of discussing headshots, photography, and actors getting the very best from their headshots, and the details that go into that so they can be prepared before they even get in front of a camera. Also doing a photography workshop for photographers on that Saturday, and then I'm shooting clients for a whole week until March 10th or so. So much love, Atlanta. I'll see you soon. I hope everyone has a great weekend, and I hope you've learned something from this. Any questions, hit me up, like, comment, subscribe, hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, all the information's here. Much love. Take care. Christian Webb.